Can everyone hear me okay? Alright. Every Thursday night at 6 o'clock, I waited for my sister to call me on her drive home from work. Despite the 14-year age gap between us, Katie and I shared a bond that felt effortless. We would update each other on our lives, trade recommendations from Spotify's Discover Weekly, and eventually we'd reach the part of the call I cherished the most, her weekly dose of sisterly wisdom. Some lessons were easy to accept. Others, like surround yourself with people you want to be like, didn't fully make sense to me at the time. In the 9th grade, I lost my role model, my sister, and my closest friend when Katie suddenly passed away from a cardiac event. In the wake of her passing, I learned that grief takes many forms. My mother cried openly, her sorrow filling the house, while my instinct was to shut my bedroom door and grieve in solitude. But hearing my mom's cries through the walls was unbearable, and even without Katie, I still had her example to follow. No matter how difficult things were for her, she always showed up for the people she loved. Remembering that, I stepped out of my room and tried to be there for my mom, cracking jokes to make her laugh, bringing her comfort food, and sharing stories about Katie. Nothing could bring my sister back, but I learned that connection can help fill the cracks that loss leaves behind. After Katie's passing, my awareness of the people around me sharpened. I noticed who reached out, who checked in, who made space for my grief, and who didn't. Some people offered simple gestures that meant everything: a text, an invitation, a distraction when I needed one. Others stayed silent, and that absence hurt more than I expected. Slowly, Katie's advice began to echo louder in my mind. Community isn't about being surrounded by people. It's about being supported by them and supporting them in turn. It's about who chooses to show up when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. That realization forced me to confront a difficult truth. Sometimes, finding your community means leaving spaces where you feel unseen. Walking away from familiarity is never easy. Starting over can often feel like failure, especially when you worry about where you'll land. But I learned that staying somewhere you feel alone is far lonelier than being new somewhere else. So, I made the difficult decision to step into something unfamiliar and join the lacrosse team, trading certainty for the hope of connection. Being a rookie again was incredibly intimidating. I had to learn new skills, earn trust, and find my place from the ground up. But from the start, my teammates made sure I was never alone. They checked in on me, sat with me on days grief felt heavier, and celebrated even the smallest of victories. On the day Katie would have turned 29, I cried with one of my teammates. And when I scored my first goal, they lifted me onto their shoulders. They showed up, for practices, for games, and most importantly for each other. And in doing so, they showed me what community really looks like. So that sense of belonging pushed me to work harder, staying after practice for wall ball sessions and putting in extra time on the weekends. And over time, that effort paid off. But the success meant more than stats or recognition. By junior year, when I was named team captain, I knew Katie would have been proud. Not because of the title, though, but because I'd finally lived her advice. For everyone, this, I believe, finding your community is worth how hard it can be. It may require loss, courage, and the willingness to start over, but the right people will help you become who you are and who you strive to be. As for myself, this, I believe. My sister was right all along. Thank you guys.